fewer than 9,000 children were in foster care in New York City last year, a staggering drop from a high of 50,000 25 years ago. The numbers are part of the Administration for Children's Services Foster Care Strategic Blueprint Status Report, which the agency will release Tuesday. This is a success story and a New York City success story that I think very few people know. ACS Commissioner David Hansel told the Daily News. We have a dramatic reduction, and that means fewer children removed, fewer families separated, and much less trauma experienced by children. In fiscal year 2017, which ended in June, 8,966 children were in foster care. That was down considerably from 2016, when 9,926 children were in care. As recently as 10 years ago, the number of children in foster care was nearly double what it is today. 16,854 children were in foster care in fiscal 2007. At the same time, the nationwide number of children in foster care has risen for 4 years in a row. We're seeing it go down in New York City when nationally it's going up, Hansel said. I think there's a lot of reasons for that, but primarily it has to do with our focus on keeping families together wherever we can. Any separation from their parent involves trauma for our child, Hansel said, so the city seeks to avoid it. When we identify a situation that we think may create a safety risk, rather than immediately move to remove the child from the home, which might have been the reaction 10 or 20 years ago, what we'll do instead is say, well, can we provide a service to this family to mitigate the risk that we have identified, he said. But that doesn't always work, Hansel said. Facebook, there are obviously some situations where the risk is too great, Hansel said. Those cases often get the most attention. Hansel has been with the agency since March, and was brought on during what he acknowledged was a difficult time for the agency, in the wake of the death of Zymir Perkins at the hands of his mother's boyfriend. ACS had investigated claims of abuse repeatedly but failed to remove the little boy from his home. If a child must be removed from a home, Hansel said the goal is to either mitigate the danger and reunite the child with his or her family as quickly as possible, or if that isn't possible, to find that child another permanent home. More than 2,000 children were reunified with their families in 2017, though that number was down from 2016 in part due to the smaller number of new entries to foster care in 2017. Another 899 children were adopted. Another option is kinship guardianship, when a relative or someone else close with the child takes the child in, without the parents losing legal parental rights as they might in adoption. Children leaving foster care for kinship guardianship increased from 343 children to 378 in fiscal 2017, or a bump of 10.2%. The number of children re-entering foster care after being reunified with family or placed with kin has also decreased from 9.1% in fiscal 2015 to 6.3% in 2017. My initial focus here was on making sure that the management of the agency and the performance of the agency was where it needed to be and where it wasn't, to make some changes, Hansel said. I think what the foster care blueprint shows is that fundamentally, the work that the agency is doing is strong.